Apple cider vinegar. For the longest time, apple cider vinegar has been known to do the rounds in this complete weight loss and diet regimen. It's been considered a superfood for the longest period of time. But there's something that may just be a little more powerful than apple cider vinegar. In my constant research with patients across the world, and especially in tropical countries, of late we've been researching into something called coconut vinegar that they've been using for the longest time when it comes to cancer, diabetes, post-surgery, and so many other conditions. And the more we research into coconut vinegar, the more we're learning that it may just be a little bit more powerful than apple cider vinegar. But here, I'm not here to make a statement that coconut vinegar is better than apple cider vinegar. I'm here to discuss and make you aware of the abundant health benefits of coconut vinegar. So apple cider vinegar for the longest time has been used by people to lose weight. People have used it on their skin, on their hair, to make their bodies alkaline and all of that stuff. Now, when we look at coconut vinegar, and that's what we're going to talk about today, coconut vinegar, again, the coconut tree that grows in tropical countries along the beaches, they have long roots that can go deeper and deeper into the soil and into the sand, pulling out minerals, rich minerals that makes the coconut water, the coconut fruit, and the coconut sap extremely healthy. When I go back to parts of my childhood where people in our tropical village in Goa drank something called toddy, which is fermented coconut sap, it had extreme health benefits, and of course one of the pleasant side effects was it could get you a little bit high. But let's leave that out of the picture right now and talk about the effects of coconut vinegar. You know, I would choose coconut vinegar over apple cider vinegar any day because, number one, I feel it's a little bit more local to our country. The second thing is, coconut vinegar is rich in minerals, right from phosphorus to potassium to magnesium to iron to manganese to copper to boron to all broad spectrum B vitamins, which is why in the Philippines, in Thailand, in tropical countries, when people are on antibiotics, the mothers and the traditional practice is usually to make a concoction of coconut vinegar mixed with water and honey, and they give it to children and antibiotics. They give it to children and patients who are on antibiotics, because we all know that antibiotics remove all the B vitamins from the body, which is why we say take a Progut with an antibiotic and also take a B complex, because we know that the B vitamins, which are crucial vitamins for your hair, your skin, your immunity, your bowel movement, almost every function in the human body, vitamin B plays a major role. So in all of these tropical countries, people use coconut vinegar when their children or adults are on antibiotics. Post-surgery as well, because coconut vinegar has antimicrobial and antibacterial properties. So it also helps with the healing of people who are going through surgery. But let's talk about all these minerals. In most of these places, it's considered as a powerful mineral concoction or a powerful mineral drink that even athletes take. And today it's becoming popular for people, athletes especially, and even bodybuilders and gym goers to use coconut vinegar with water post their workouts. Because coconut vinegar is rich in almost 17 amino acids. We all know it's not about the quantity of protein that you consume, but it's about how well your body can break down protein into amino acids. It is amino acids that builds you that lean muscle, that builds you that lean body, that builds you cellular energy in the human body. So you can keep taking 30, 40, 80, 100 grams of protein, and it's useless if your body doesn't have the right enzymes to break it down into amino acids. And coconut vinegar today is being used by athletes and in the bodybuilding world to metabolize protein into the right amino acids. Over and above that, it has an alkalizing effect in the human body. For the longest time, apple cider has also been used 30 minutes before meals to help the body become alkaline. But wait a minute, people will say vinegar is acidic in nature. A lemon is also acidic in nature, but it changes when it is consumed by the human body. When it mixes with saliva and digestive enzymes, it changes from acidic to alkaline. So it has a lot of good benefits, but again, it can be misused. We have to remember it's not all about being alkaline. The stomach has to be acidic at a pH of almost 3, because that's when your body can produce acid to break down your food and assimilate nutrients. So we have both alkaline and acidic levels in the human body that is required for your day-to-day function. So all the people out there trying to be on completely alkaline diets and drinking all this crappy pH water of over pH values of 8.7 and 9, it's not really helping you in any way, because the human body has an automatic pH regulator. Now yes, most of us are acidic today because of our lifestyles, sedentary lifestyles, too much of acid, too much of lactic acid, too much of sugar, junk food, refined oils, carcinogens in the air that we breathe. So we tend to get more and more acidic. So yes, we have to help our body to be more alkaline. And coconut vinegar can just do that. Now, coconut vinegar is rich, like I mentioned, in phosphorus. Now, phosphorus combines with calcium to make strong bones. So all the people out there who are constantly popping calcium and calcium and calcium in the belief that it'll help them to have strong bones, we need to understand that calcium alone doesn't make strong bones. You need phosphorus, which is a mineral, which combines with calcium to make strong bones. Which is why people who take too much of calcium without making changes in their diets then start having excess calcium form in their arteries in the form of kidney stones in their kidneys as well. And that creates just as much of damage as anything else can. So we have to understand nature gives us a perfect balance of what the human body needs. Iron, it's rich in iron. But iron again is useless if it doesn't get absorbed into the human body. Coconut vinegar has iron, and it also has copper. You see, iron helps in the formation of red blood cells and hemoglobin. But the absorption of iron in the body depends on copper, which is a trace mineral, which is why we talk about waking up in the morning and having your first glass of water from a copper jug or a copper cup. Because copper is a trace mineral that we need in very, very minute traces in the body, but it helps you absorb iron into your body. So again, all of those people who are blindly prescribed iron without copper-rich food, it's practically useless, and that's why excess iron becomes toxic to the liver and creates constipation. But we can eat iron-rich foods with copper-rich foods, and we have that perfect connection of bioavailability in the human body. We have to understand that it's all about bioavailability. We can constantly keep consuming turmeric and curcumin, but if it doesn't have black pepper, for example, piperine, the absorption of turmeric into the curcuminoids in turmeric don't get absorbed into the human body. So it's all about bioavailability. Potassium. Coconut vinegar is high in potassium. So this is a call out for kidney patients who may have to be on low potassium diets. This may not be the best thing for you. So make sure you take the proper advice before getting on it. But for everyone else, potassium, pure potassium in high levels helps you balance blood pressure naturally. It helps diabetics control their blood sugar levels as well, which is why in many countries around the world, coconut vinegar is given 30 minutes before a meal to diabetics to help manage the glycemic index and also manage the blood sugar levels after a meal. More than that, coconut vinegar has something called FOS. This is a fructooligosaccharides. It's a prebiotic. Everyone's talking about probiotics. That's great. But a probiotic is useless if you don't have the right amount of prebiotics. Prebiotics are fibers that don't digest in the human body, but they travel to your intestines and they feed the good bacteria called probiotics. So probiotics are living bacteria and they need food to survive, to do the magic that we all know probiotics do. That food comes from prebiotics. Prebiotics like apple cider vinegar, prebiotics like psyllium husk, prebiotics like coconut vinegar. So FOS is a very strong prebiotic and is found abundantly in coconut vinegar. Magnesium. We've spoken about the importance of this ignored mineral called magnesium, with over 500 to 1,000 functions in the human body, right from the health of your heart, to your muscles, to your neurotransmitters, to your hair, your skin, weight loss, cancers, immunity, sugar levels, insulin, inflammation. Magnesium plays such an important role. I would see 80 to 90% of the people who have cramping in their calves or pains in their lower legs, they have a magnesium deficiency. And only by correcting that magnesium deficiency, they find that the problem disappears. Because magnesium is necessary to prevent cramping in our bodies, in our calves, and especially in people who age, and the elderly people, our parents and the elderly people, they get these cramps. Sometimes it can just be fixed with magnesium. And magnesium is found abundantly in coconut vinegar again. So right from B vitamins to zinc. Zinc is so important as well, and it is found in coconut vinegar. So it's a superfood, there's no doubt about it. Call it a superfood or call it an old traditional food. You call it a superfood, it becomes twice the more expensive. But coconut vinegar is found in villages. People make it at home. I don't know how to make it, but we're going to figure out where you can get this from. Now, there are two types of coconut vinegar. There's the fake coconut vinegar, which does not have the mother culture like apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar that does not have the mother culture is useless for the human body. It has to have the mother culture. That's what does all the magic. That's what brings the fermentation process and makes it a strong prebiotic and a great digestive aid in the human body. So coconut vinegar can be made from the sap of the coconut tree, which is high grade quality coconut vinegar. And some people make it out of coconut water, which may not be as powerful as the sap coconut vinegar, but it's equally good. Maybe less in nutrition, but it's not a bad option if you can get it. Now, the most important part of coconut vinegar, it's rich in digestive enzymes. And we all know that the food that we eat is useless if we don't have the right amount of digestive enzymes in the human body. We're just constantly eating food and it's not getting assimilated the right way. Incorrect digestion because we don't have the right digestive enzymes. And then there's acidity, bloating, flatulence, an acidic body, the inability to lose weight, and the onset of inflammatory diseases. Now, coconut vinegar is rich in digestive enzymes, which is why we want to consume it 30 minutes to an hour before our meals. You take a tablespoon or two, mix it in a whole glass of water. Remember, we never want to do apple cider vinegar and coconut vinegar plain. It will burn the tissues of your esophagus, creating more problems for you in the future. You dilute it, you mix it with water, and you have it before your meals. That's it. It's another natural food which has existed in traditional India for years and years. And I'm sure it costs far lesser than apple cider vinegar. Across tropical countries in the world, coconut vinegar has been used as a medicine, a tonic, and a salad dressing for digestion for the longest period of time. It's something we can explore. It's something that we can bring back into our traditional diets. When we use it the right way, with the right understanding, it works for our body. Have a great evening, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.